Guess who's back? Eli Roth.
Teddy fucking Williams knocks it out of the park. Fenway Park on his feet for Teddy. Fucking ball game. He went yard on that one.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Movie Dive. Today we are diving into Eli Roth's new film, Thanksgiving. As stated, this is directed by Eli Roth. This is starring Rick Hoffman. You might recognize him from Hostel Part 2 or most recently Suits. Patrick Dempsey, Addison Rae from TikTok. The rest of the characters don't matter. You're just watching this to have some stupid fun. I'm enjoying going to the movies and watching movies that I barely know anything about. I see the first 5 seconds of the trailer. I look up the director, the writer, and go, sure, I'll check it out. Eli Roth has kind of a cult following, you would say. Hostel Part 1, Hostel Part 2. He's made films like Cabin Fever, The Green Inferno. Now, a lot of times if you see one of his films, you can tell it's kind of that Hallmark style. Bunch of cheesiness. His characters have horrible dialogue, but the gore is A+. He finally decided to make his Thanksgiving film, which is a trailer from the Grindhouse films that came out something like 15 years ago, 16 years ago. We're getting old. Eli Roth actually is most famous for not being a director, but starring in the movie Inglourious Basterds. Now, funny you say that. He decided to quote one of his Inglourious Basterds line within the first 5 minutes of this film. I wasn't really sure if it was supposed to be a parody or a serious movie at times. It was pretty ridiculous. Some of the kills were way out there. I mean, he had fun with them. I don't think it was taking itself too seriously because the way some of these kills happen, I don't think are possible in scientific or anatomy terms. The beginning of this movie started off with a riot at a place that was supposed to be kind of like Walmart on Black Friday, but of course now it's no longer Friday, it's opening on Thursday, which he wants to show the horrible things that happen with capitalism and how stupid people can be. The good thing about this riot is it reminded me of a certain scene from one of my favorite comedies, Hot Rod.
We're not gonna sit in silence. We're not gonna live with fear.
Just with a little bit more violence. So then it brings us to a year later where someone is very angry about those riots and decides to kill a bunch of people during Thanksgiving. That's the premise of the movie. The actors you don't care about at all. And it becomes one of those slashers where you're trying to figure out who is the killer. Is it this kid? Is that kid? They make everyone kind of a suspect. I mean, unfortunately, I think very quickly in the movie, I figured out who the killer was. You might too, you might not. However, it's still a fun ride at times. The cheesiness gets a little bit too much. I've never been a big fan of Eli Roth, especially with his dialogue. I will say though, this is his best movie in quite some time because you actually can have some fun with it. Unlike movies like Knock Knock or The Green Inferno, those are not fun. Knock Knock is just horribly horrible, and The Green Inferno is just too disgusting to watch. This one's like a mix between Scary Movie and Final Destination, it seems, where you'll go places in the future and you'll think, oh, I remember what happened during that Thanksgiving movie. I'm scared to do this now. But once someone gets scalped by getting their hair caught in a grocery cart, you know what you're in for. They definitely lean into the Thanksgiving atmosphere of the film, which is cool. And I think it just simply comes down to if you're into slashers, you're going to find this fun. It's really cheesy. You can turn your brain off. I can't give it a 3 though. I would have to give it a 2.5 out of 5 because I'll probably never watch this again. But I do know that there's a certain audience for this type of film. So yes, 2.5 out of 5 for Thanksgiving. You can put it on a cold night in the fall. But anyway, guys, if you can please do me a favor, comment down below if you enjoyed the movie. If you didn't enjoy the movie, also comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe. And we will see you next time on The Movie Dive.